I'm really dedicated in spreading adoption in my country, because in the years I have seen how inflation has been really affecting people, whereby the purchasing power is reducing each day, and each day the price of goods is going up. So I, having learned about Bitcoin in the diploma cohort 9, the Bitcoin diploma cohort 9 under the code 21, I learned that Bitcoin is a very good tool that can counter the issue of inflation. If you put your savings in Bitcoin, really your money will grow with time and you will be financially. So I first once approached a friend of mine, and then I introduced Bitcoin to him and how it works. I taught him how to send from one user to another, and then it really helped him, and he told me how about we start teaching people about it, and we go to the ground spreading it, educating more merchants about accepting it, teaching them the importance of saving through it, how good it is through decentralization. Yeah, and also it's so important to embracing Bitcoin. You are definitely securing the future. So
yes,
we had
totally
to and teach people on how to use it and how to keep to store their private key, and embrace the decentralization of Bitcoin.
Hello, this is the Bitcoin Libertarian. Our guest today is Fabius. He is the founder of the Bitcoin Makueni program, that is a pioneering grassroots initiative focused on bridging the digital asset knowledge gap in Makueni County, Kenya, in a region where access to financial education and tools can be limited. They are on the ground educating locals about Bitcoin, promoting adoption, and working towards building a Bitcoin circular economy. Today, we will explore their journey, their challenges of grassroots adoption, and how Bitcoin is changing lives in one of Kenya's counties. Fabius, welcome. Hello? Hello? I can hear you. He's lost. We lost the communication. Usually happens. Hello, hello, hello. So let's wait for Fabius a few minutes. We were talking before the stream started and everything seemed correct. Probably he had an issue with the connection. And hang on, he's coming back. We are solving technical issues. I'm adjusting the camera and I'm waiting for him. Let me check if he sent me some message on X. This is the Bitcoin Libertarian. We are just about to talk with the people from Bitcoin Makueni in Kenya, in Makueni County, Kenya, Africa. It's one of our last streams of the year. We have two more. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Hong Kong time, 1 p.m. Central European time. We're going to be talking with Laila Hulisic, a member of La Cripta. This stream is going to be in Spanish. And after that, we are going to talk with Sabina, another person from Kenya that is working with a project linking Bitcoin payments with M-Pesa, a local payment provider in Kenya. Let's see what is going on. Let's see, everything is okay. Usually these things happen and I'm here waiting. Well, Bitcoin is another Monday with Bitcoin doing crazy stuff, went up to 90K and now is down 87.906K US dollars. Strange. We are arriving at the end of the year. This year was crazy. Everyone was thinking that we will face Bitcoin going to the moon, and we are about to close the year, the first year after halving, with red return. So we are back with Fabius. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's fix the technical issues. Perfect. I can hear you, but I think that your image, I see your image frozen. So, but here we are. Let me. Hello?
Hello.
Now it's perfect. So, if you are okay, if you are good, we restart again.
Yeah, we can start now. I'm very good.
Okay. Okay, excellent. I will start again. Hello, this is the Bitcoin Libertarian. Our guest today is Fabius. Fabius is the founder of Bitcoin Makueni. The Bitcoin Makueni program is a pioneering grassroots initiative focused on bridging the digital asset knowledge gap in Makueni County, Kenya, in a region where access to financial education and tools can be limited. They are on the ground educating locals about Bitcoin, promoting adoption, and working towards building a Bitcoin circular economy. Today, we will explore their journey, the challenges of grassroots adoption, and how Bitcoin is changing lives in one of Kenya's counties. Fabius, again, welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here. I will go for the first question. The first question is, Fabius, how were you orange pilled?
Yes, pardon.
Pardon. Pardon.
Yeah, pardon. There is some internet interruption. I didn't catch the question.
The question is, how were you orange pilled?
I'm very orange pilled and a real pleb who is ready to spread adoption and ensure everybody acquires financial sovereignty.
And how were you orange pilled? How did you took contact with Bitcoin, and how did you went into the rabbit hole?
So I'm really dedicated in spreading adoption in my county because in the years I have seen how inflation has been really affecting people, whereby the purchasing power is reducing each day, and each day the price of goods is going up. So I, having learned about Bitcoin in the diploma cohort 9, the Bitcoin diploma cohort 9 under the code 21, I learned that Bitcoin is a very good tool that can counter the issue of inflation. And if you put your savings in Bitcoin, really your money will grow with time and you will be financially free.
Excellent. And where did you take the diploma course with? I assume that you took with the people from the core, right? The Felix.
Yeah.
Excellent. And how did you start at Bitcoin Makueni?
So I first once approached a friend of mine, and then I introduced Bitcoin to him and how it works. I taught him how to send from one user to another, and then it really helped him until he told me, how about we start teaching people about it, and we go to the ground spreading it, educating more merchants about accepting it, and teaching them the importance of saving through it and how good it is through decentralization. Yeah. And also, it's so important because embracing Bitcoin, you are definitely securing the future. So
Yes,
we had
totally agree.
to integrate and teach people on how to use it and how to hold, to keep, to store their private keys and embrace the decentralization of Bitcoin.
Excellent. And how do you teach the people? You go to the shops, you go to the communities, you organize meetups, you give lessons online. How is the process?
So, cause it's when our project is just kicking up. So we have first started going to the ground, reaching out to merchants, teaching them how to accept Bitcoin, providing them with the essential materials to accept Bitcoin. Yeah, and we are also planning for hosting meetups whereby we will be teaching the youth and other people in the community and also entrepreneurs. We are also giving out our merchandise for educational purposes to our merchants who we have onboarded. Like you can see the one that I'm rocking. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, so we use this one as part of the education because if our merchants rock these Bitcoin merchandise, they still attract other merchants who want to learn about Bitcoin, and they bring them to us, and we also teach them and keep onboarding more merchants. For the time being, we have onboarded several merchants, about 10, and we are still onboarding others as time goes. And for sure, we will keep bringing more people to the orange pill.
Excellent. And which kind of merchants have you onboarded on the circular economy?
We have onboarded people who sell the shop items like then sugarcane, tea leaves, yeah, then regular merchants in our community, people who do business in our community. Yeah, those are the merchants that we are onboarding and teaching them on accepting Bitcoin. Yeah.
And how was the feedback at the beginning? Because now I think that even though you say you started few months ago, uh, now you are known on your community. But how was the beginning? How was the feedback? You go to a merchant, you said, "Do you accept Bitcoin?" They start asking. How did you onboard the first merchant to this project?
So some of the merchants were reluctant about it because they didn't understand that it was money. So we had to tell them that this was just money like the other money. It's just that it had other qualities that made it a better money. So we taught them its importance, how to use it, how it gains value, the good it brings to people, and we taught them how to transact, send from one person to another. And they really saw that it was fast and cheap because we used the Lightning network to teach them on how to transact with Bitcoin. As you know, it settles very fast. So they were so anxious on about how the transaction was so quick and fast. Yeah, and they really embraced it, and they decided that they will be accepting Bitcoin from those who are willing and have Bitcoin and are able to pay using it.
And how many people in your community started using Bitcoin besides the merchants?
We have several of them, like most of my family members really now embrace it and they understand it. Because the more I stay with them, the more I teach them about it, the more we keep talking about it. So my family members are part of it, and we are like more than 10 actually in our home. So many people have learned about it. I have also issued the merchandise to them, and also my friends who I hang out with them. Because I'm a student, some of the students that learn with them in the class, I have taught them about Bitcoin and they have seen it's a good thing. They are embracing it, and some of them are even planning on writing their own projects. So let's say I have a group of 50 plus people who understand what is Bitcoin and really embrace it.
Excellent, excellent. And for example, if someone you approach talking about Bitcoin and someone says to you, "No, Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme." How do you deal with that?
Pardon.
Yes, if someone of you approach someone and you try to teach Bitcoin, and this person says Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, how do you answer? We have some issues.
Yeah, so
Hello,
I'm back.
you're back?
Hello, can you hear me?
No
So my
problem.
young a sibling here at home just interrupted me. So no worries.
No
So you
problem.
can
But if
pardon them.
someone, no, don't worry. If you have someone that you want to teach Bitcoin, and this person says, "No, I don't like because this is a Ponzi scheme." So how do you answer, or how do you approach them?
First of all, I introduce them to the history of money, how money has been evolving. And then I show him the evolution of money from the items, commodities to the metals, from the gold coins, and also to the fiat like that and up to Bitcoin. So, and I also teach them how Bitcoin adoption and how it works itself. It's decentralized future. The fact that Bitcoin isn't controlled and how miners secure the network to ensure that it has security enough proves that Bitcoin isn't a Ponzi scheme. And I use those tactics to explain to them and show them how Bitcoin has a promising future because the future is decentralized. No one wants to be controlled by anyone. So I
Yes.
show them how
Yeah.
Bitcoin is good because anyone can use Bitcoin anywhere in the world. Even a small kid with a smartphone and a Gmail can have a wallet. So I use those tactics of decentralization and the blockchain nature of Bitcoin to explain that it's not a Ponzi scheme.
Yes, totally agree on that. And you're a student. What do you study?
I personally I am a student. I do bachelor's of education arts. I learn on education. I want to be teaching kids in the future.
And so if you are studying education, you are learning skills on how to teach about Bitcoin to the people. And what do your classmates, your teachers, do they know about Bitcoin? Do you talk about Bitcoin with them?
Yeah, I sometimes try, like, for example, when I went on attachment, because I'm almost graduating, I was introducing Bitcoin to the fellow teachers whom I met, and I was teaching them on how important decentralized is and how good we should embrace Bitcoin for a decentralized future that whereby we are not controlled by anybody.
Interesting. Talk me more about the project. You started how long ago? And which milestones have you acquired during this time?
So I started back in 2023, in the start of 2023, and it's been really a good journey because I've managed to invest most of my time and my finances in the blockchain and a Bitcoin. And it's been really a good journey because I'm able to enlighten others and show them the importance of blockchain.
Excellent. And talking about your project, what is the main goal of the project? What is the main goal for Bitcoin Makueni?
To educate the Makueni entrepreneurs about Bitcoin adoption and the importance of embracing it, and also educating the youth and onboarding a minimum of 50 local merchants to confidently and willingly accept, transact, and hold Bitcoin. Yeah,
So far, how many merchants are accepting Bitcoin now?
we have about 10 merchants who are accepting Bitcoin.
I think we lost the connection again.
Yeah, I'm saying that we have 10 merchants who are accepting Bitcoin in Makueni.
Excellent. Yes, excellent. Good. And do you plan to do meetups with the people to teach them the basic of Bitcoin, or just your goal is to uh, boost the adoption through merchants and through circular economies?
So we are also planning on hosting meetups for the youth to educate them on the importance of accepting Bitcoin. Like, it's just the beginning. We are also planning to secure ourselves good locations whereby we can be teaching and training the youth and other people in our community who are willing to learn about Bitcoin about it. We are also planning on integrating with my first Bitcoin so that we can teach people on about Bitcoin, about the importance of a decentralized future with Bitcoin in the online space, whereby we will be like the core. We will be teaching people and also giving them certificates. Like how the core
And yes.
like how myself I learned about Bitcoin through the core. The same way we will be offering online courses to teach about Bitcoin.
Excellent. And what are the biggest misconceptions about Bitcoin that you encounter in the city and in rural areas in Kenya?
So the rural area is a good lab for Bitcoin adoption because many people haven't learned about it, and many people getting affected by the inflation from the wealthy places. So I think because Bitcoin is borderless, it is a very good perfect fit for the money to be used in many rural areas in Kenya, like here in Makueni.
And which are the misconceptions that people have related to Bitcoin?
So some of them have had it as of a Ponzi scheme and of scam, so they haven't gotten the chance to learn about it. That's why we are on the ground to bridge the digital assets and educate more people to see it as a money, not as a Ponzi scheme.
Yes, and how do you make Bitcoin accessible? Do you teach about Lightning Network wallets or tools like Speed Wallet that you mentioned on your X account?
So we first teach people on how to set up their wallets and also how to buy the Bitcoin itself from the legal sites that are in our region. We teach them on how to buy. We also train them and educate them on the importance of securing and storing their seed phrases well, so that they can always keep their funds accessible and secure. Yeah, so we teach them on how to acquire Bitcoin and also on how to store it and also how to use it as they transact.
Yes, and you show that you said that you are inspired by projects like Bitcoin Ekasi in South Africa. What ideas do you get from them, and how can you integrate their ideas into Kenyan economy?
So, if given the chance to visit such circular economies, I'll be able to learn how they have been able to build up and keep growing with time and keep bringing more people in the Bitcoin space. I'll learn their best ways and tactics to teach people and also to convince more merchants to accept Bitcoin, so that I myself can be able to use the same tactics in my region and onboard more merchants, teach more youth and more entrepreneurship on Bitcoin.
Yes. And also you collaborate with other communities. How you mentioned with Bitcoin Machacos that we have them on our channel and others. How are Kenyan Bitcoin communities working together?
So they work together like projects. Let's say for example we have Tando, whereby if people want to use their Bitcoin on making payments of fiat, they'll have to use Tando. So we integrate with Tando and teach people. Let's say people want to spend their Bitcoin, they'll use Tando. So we'll have to teach them on how to use Tando and also promote Tando in our adoption. In case people want to be using their Bitcoin on daily basis, let's say they want to buy something from a store and they don't have the fiat, so they'll have to go direct to Tando and pay. So that's how we engage ourselves and intersect with other projects, by teaching on the importance and the good things of the other projects. Yeah. And also we meet and exchange on the education ideas.
Yes, tomorrow we will have in our stream the co-founder of Tando. The last live stream of the year will be with the co-founder of Tando. And by the way, I'm so happy with the Kenyan community because most of them came to my podcast. They talk about Bitcoin. They talk about what they are doing, and it's amazing what they are doing there in Kenya with the resources that they have. And what are the biggest obstacles to Bitcoin adoption in Kenya to spread the circular economies?
So the biggest challenge are convincing people on the adoption. Some of them may think it's a Ponzi scheme, so they even won't give you a chance for you to talk to them, so they won't listen to what you're saying. Another challenge is whereby you don't have the enough resources to educate Bitcoin. Like, let's say for example, you are short on money to print, let's say, the posters and stickers. So that's why we upload our projects on Gazer, and if we get any support, we always keep on coming up, bringing more merchandise and more learning materials to our people, educating them. So I may say the biggest challenge is just trying to convince people to accept Bitcoin. Somehow may be challenging, but we just have to cope up with it and show them its importance.
Yes, and there are also any regulatory issues that can stop the spread of Bitcoin, technical issues, infrastructure the difficulties that stop the growing of the circular economies.
So in our region, in my region, for example, like you will find not everyone can access internet. So we always use projects like Machankura and teach them. For those people who cannot access internet, they will use the SSD wallet like the Machankura one, whereby they'll have to use the SSD wallet to transact in Bitcoin. So for others, it will be hard to understand using the SSD because of the internet, but we do really try and make it possible for many people to access internet and be able to learn Bitcoin.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, I'm trying to share the link of the Geyser page. I think let me check Bitcoin Makueni. Let me check if I can share it so people can donate in case they Makueni. Let me check. No, I'm not good using this. Sorry, but let me check if I can share. Save and show. Here we are. The link Bitcoin Geyser.fund project Bitcoin Makueni is the. Let me check if I can show for more time.
Yeah, you can check
Yes.
there. We have the story and also the progress that we have
Yes.
made. So most of our information is there.
Here,
You can see how.
Here I put the website, the Geyser page from Bitcoin Makueni. If you want to learn more from them, if you want to donate to them, this is amazing. And how is Geyser trying helping these projects to work and to improve and to help more people?
Yeah, so one thing of Geyser, it bridges us to the global Bitcoin community, whereby they are able to see our proof of work and appreciate it and help us keep the spirit burning by little donations. Yeah, and that works well for us. They provide us with a marketplace whereby we can be able to sell our merchandise. As you can see in the link, we have a portion for the marketplace for our merchandise, whereby if anyone is interested in our merchandise, he or she can order from any part of the world. And he really has contributed to us and helped us bridge the digital asset knowledge further.
Excellent, excellent. And have you faced which are the big problems that your project has faced since it started?
My project has faced, let's say, the infrastructural systems here in Makueni are kind of low. So they are let's say, like, we have been planning on hosting meetups, but the venues here are quite inaccessible. So we really require a lot of funds to get a good venue for teaching Bitcoin, whereby we have a good setup, but we are working on it because the meetups are the key things and they should be up and running. So that is the biggest challenge, not being able to put up the meetups.
Excellent. And how do you see, where do you see Bitcoin Makueni program in 5 years? What are the plans for the future?
So the plans for the future are, let's say, a minimum of 1,000 local merchants accepting Bitcoin. In the next 5 years, we are targeting 1,000 local merchants within Makueni to be accepting Bitcoins, and also many youths within our regions will be embracing Bitcoin and transacting Bitcoin amongst themselves. Yeah, so
Excellent.
simply, we in the next 5 years we will be orange pilled almost have orange pilled almost everyone within Makueni.
I hope so. I hope you can do it, and I wish you the best because I think that we need to orange pill a lot of people, and everyone can put their little help to orange pill the people. Is gonna be better. And what advice do you give to other people who want to start either studying Bitcoin, starting a community? What advice do you give?
So I'm advising them that that's the spirit to go, and they should keep on with that good work. And many people should learn about Bitcoin because it's the future, and everyone should embrace it because it's borderless and it's not controlled. So we should have a future whereby we are all financially free and we are out of the inflation circle. Yeah.
Excellent. And how do you see the future of Bitcoin?
So the future of Bitcoin is very bright because of its freedom and also its truth, because Bitcoin never cheats. So the more people who adopt it, the more good it brings to all of us. So the future of Bitcoin is very bright, and in the future, everyone will come to see that it was all everyone needed to know about.
Excellent. And to close the conversation, if you had the chance to sit down with Satoshi Nakamoto, what would you ask or what would you say to him, to her, or to them?
So I will just congratulate him and thank him for bringing sovereignty and freedom of financial systems to the world.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Anything else you want to add and how people can contact you?
Okay, welcome. Thank you.
Anything else you want to add and how people can contact you?
Yeah, so I'm asking people to follow me on X and keep checking out our story. We will keep on embracing Bitcoin to the grassroots, and the dream is to orange pill every part of the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you the best. And to anyone of our audience, if they want to donate or support their project, you have the website there. Then we will share in our YouTube, in everywhere. We are going to share the link to their project. So you can, if you can help, go and help Bitcoin Makueni to keep spreading the word of Satoshi in Kenya. And also, if you like the episode, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, and help us on our task to orange peel the world, to paint the world orange. Share this episode with the people you love. Share this episode with the people you hate, because we must reach every 8 billion people and give them the orange peel. See you in the next episode of our podcast. Stay humble, stack sats, and remember, we are all Satoshi. And that's all for today. If you like the episode, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. Our X account is the Bitcoin _. Our YouTube channel is the Libertarian BTC. Our YouTube channel in Spanish is Libertarian BTC ESP. Our Patreon, the Bitcoin Libertarian. Our Instagram, the Bitcoin Libertarian. That's all. You can go there and follow us in all our social media.